So some of you in my last installment wanted me to strengthen this issue of cultural capital. And I just want to spend a couple of minutes explaining this so you can understand the importance of cultural capital in science, in technology, in human relations, and in general social transformation of a country or a nation or a community. So that word culture, as you might know very well, encompasses behavior, customs, arts, entertainment, intellectual achievement of a people. And culture is also the word we use when in biology we are fermenting milk to make yogurt. So it means a little thing that you do, but it has such a huge magnifying impact. It creates the necessary conditions for bacteria, to create yogurt. We call it culture. So cultural capital is embedded in some of the stories we grew up listening to, but we don't take the things a little seriously because we think it's just stories. So today I just want to share with you this story that, anybody who has grown around Western Uganda, Ankole, would know the story of this strange character called Ishekatabazi. Ishekatabazi was a funny man who would wrestle with a pregnant woman, and the pregnant woman puts Ishekatabazi down, and Ishekatabazi really announces that he wasn't wrestling with one person because these were two. There was a baby inside, so that's why the woman was strong. So one of these interesting stories is that it's a dry season. There is no food. The cows have no milk. And it's one of these very, very dry season. But there is this one plant that Ishekatabazi sees on his journey, and it's green. It's in July. The wind is intense. The dust is in the sky. Every living plant is dry. But this plant we call omoko is very luxurious, very green. And Ishekatabazi is tired and hungry. He sits around the shade of this plant, like Jonah in the Bible. And then he says, I'm going to sit here and see where you get your food because you look so well in the middle of a dry season. I will sit here and see how you make your meal. And then Ishekatabazi spends the night next to this plant. The plant doesn't produce the food, so he picks his stick and beats up the plant and destroys it. And he says, I thought you're serious. How come you're so green and good looking in the middle of a dry season? Someone would say Ishekatabazi was a fool. Plants don't cook the normal way human beings cook. But here is the hidden gem of intel that is full of science and technology for our time. So this plant, we call it omoko in Unyachitara. Now, the botanical name for this plant is Phytolacca dodecandra. Phytolacca dodecandra. And, so don't worry about the big terms. Phytolacca dodecandra has 4 functions when you take it to the lab. Those luxurious leaves that Ishekatabazi saw and couldn't understand in the dry season, if you crush them and make powder and kind of spray it in a place where the cows have been trampling and destroying the water and making it dirty. Some of you who know animals don't like to drink water that has been stepped in by another animal. But if you spray the powder quickly, the dirt goes down, the water is cleaned up, and the cows can drink that water. The second function is that it is a disinfectant. That very powder kills the larvae, the eggs of these crawling germs, you should call them, that cause cattle worms. The third thing that this omoko, Phytolacca dodecandra, does is that if you crush it and leave it a little wet and mix it with other ingredients, you would use it to induce a cow that has rejected its calf after the calf is born. Because sometimes a calf gives its maiden birth and it's painful and she doesn't want her baby. So you use this plant to induce the cow to like its calf. The fourth one is that it kills a certain tropical fly that causes river blindness. All these properties are ingrained in omoko, but we would know this as just a plant and a foolish Ishekatabazi who would do these things. What's that? That's cultural capital. Those are stories we take, simple bedtime stories, but they are full of science, they are full of innovation, they are full of healing properties, they are full of modernity. How will young people know them if they don't build their cultural capital? If the older people are not telling these stories and giving them context and meaning? This is one way to explain a bit of the meaning of cultural capital. I thank you. Have a great weekend.
I'd like to hear from you. Please email us at info@tapmedia.com and visit our website at www.tapmedia.com. You can also visit our offices located at Tomosi Business Park, Luzira, Port Bell Road, or call 0414 220 702. Thank you.